What's going on, traders? Are you guys ready to see some more trading action? Will we go short? Will we go long this market? It seems like we're on another pullback, and the bulls might be running because they're caught right now. Let's find out right here on Live Trading.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
All right, team. Sorry about a little bit of a late start here. Let's go ahead. Let's get it started. Let's bring on Ryan Faloona. We'll get to the trading action. Right to it, team. Of course, yesterday, a lot of things happening, a lot of action, but let's get to the first stock that I wanted to talk about. Of course, Tesla coming down now towards 232. Not looking good here for Tesla. Was it a buy the rumor, sell the news event? It definitely seemed like that yesterday. I was even trying to take a little bit of a long there on Tesla. I tried multiple times there. I ended up taking a small hit, losing like, let's say, by like 100. I was up like 300 yesterday, so it wasn't really that bad. But man, I gave it a shot. It tried to get through this 240 multiple times. That's the level to watch. Like, look at even this morning when you got that spike, you went to 239.50. 240 recovery is what you're looking at. There was a seller that kept showing up there. What do I mean? Well, when you see it stock go to like kind of that whole dollar and then it always wicks there, wicks. Somebody wanted out at the 240. That's what it felt like to me. I saw it hit there like 6 times. And when something just rejects a level like that, we need to understand that because at some point, it just turns back to the downside and goes to test support. Same thing that happened here in Tesla. And now you're testing the support from the earnings right now. And that's not good, guys. That could literally fall through here. And Tesla could be heading down for the end of the year. And you guys, it got a nice shot to get back to the 250s. Now, this is looking like it might head back down towards kind of like the 210 area. I'll be watching for a little bit of a gap fill towards 230s and 225s for downside in Tesla. Another stock that I'll be watching for downside action today is Coin. You guys know I was taking a shot on this yesterday and a little bit upset because I did take some profits in Coin, but nowhere near as much as I should have. It did have this huge decline right at 11. And right around here, we were starting to sign off. I needed to get ready for my interview, so I wasn't watching this little dip from 121 to 119. Definitely should have sold there, at least some shares. But I was sleeping. It happens, team. Trying to do, get ready for an interview and missed this whole action. By the time I came back to the market and back to my trading account, it was already back here towards kind of like 124.80s. So at that point, I had no option but to just maybe add here. I added right around this kind of like 125.80 spot. It came down the smallest amount. I actually covered right around here in the 124s. But then this morning, it actually spiked all the way back to the resistance. So this actually gives me an opportunity to maybe come after it again today. It's already declined about $3. So I'm going to look for some kind of spike out the gates. But this could come right back down. All right, we'll see what happens on that one. See if I come after Coin today or maybe a little bit of Stocks S again. Of course, I had this at 805. It's towards 860s already, guys. Of course, we took a lot of profits on this, but we're going to see if we get continued downside action. Look at the amount of volume that's been coming in lately. Tells me that we couldn't be setting up for a bigger move, right? I don't think this is selling volume that you're seeing here. I think to me, this is buying volume. Same thing that we've been seeing also in what? The SQQQ. So the SQQQ, you guys can see that also, how there's a lot of volume in the last couple of days. Is this why? Is this day trading volume? Is this swing trade volume? Or is this just position traders trying to position between here, looking for a kind of gap fill back on the SQQQ? We'll find out, right? I think this is something that we can all think about. We can talk all about it. Ulta, guys, I did have this on my swing trade account. Still have a little piece here. Going to sell it at the open, guys. 425. I gave you guys this down at 390s, man. That was probably one of the best calls, especially for the retail season. You guys have seen it in the XRT. That was another one that I was playing multiple times. It's up there now to 65. We could get a little bit of some pullback followed by a last ramp for the Santa Claus rally. That's when I think we say goodbye to these consumer stocks. We'll find out what happens today. All right, guys, that's going to do it for my outlook. And we can take a look at different stocks. But if you guys have something, definitely throw it up in the chat. In a second here, I'll be able to get you guys to trade the pool stocks, but smash the like, guys. Let's keep it moving. Let's go over to Ryan's chart. Let's take a look at the SPY. You guys out there, throw up all the stocks that you guys want covered. Maybe it's something that had earnings today. Maybe it's something that had news like Pfizer. Let me know. We'll cover it here on Live Trading. How we doing, Ryan?
We're doing good, man. Good morning. Happy Friday. Moving closer to the weekend here. Let's see how today is. We're going to start with the SPY here. The one thing that's notable, first of all, this certainly looks like this might roll over here today. Now, it's worth noting that a lot of the other days, it's looked like it's going to roll over. The market just won't crack. Even if it does trade down, it doesn't actually crack and flush or anything like that. The interesting thing about SPY was the move yesterday, right at the close, right? It's going to be this move right in here. Now, yesterday was the last day of the month. Today is the first day of the month. I suspect that this move here was window dressing. I'd like to, if you guys have different thoughts or the same thought, I'd like to hear. That'd be something to talk about here. But I feel like this move here was window dressing into the close. I understand that we gapped higher here today, but we've bled back a lot of those gains. So one of the things I want to see is, do we test this level right down here, 450, 350? If we can break through, hang on one sec. If we can break through yesterday's intraday lows, I think we're going to be in business for a potential crack. But again, we'll see. If we zoom out a little bit more, you can see that this 453.50, this level has been in play here this week several times. So let's see if we put that back in play here on a Friday. That's kind of my outlook on the SPY. Kind of waiting to see. Still long SQQQ. That's good. I'm actually green on that position. Been underwater for some time. But green on it now, and I expect, hopefully, that this sell-off accelerates and that trade will end up working. Excuse me. Okay, looking over at the movers tool for some of the day trade opportunities here today. I'm going to start with this one because I'm not going to trade it here. This is Foxo. This is a penny stock that is trading up here this morning. I think we did have some news on this one. Yep, it's on track to commercial rollout of one of its drugs in early 2024. It's trading up here today. I'm going to skip it, but I know some of the pennies have been moving lately. There's a lot of people in our community here that are trading these pennies, so just figured I'd mention this one here at the outset. Ticker FOXO. Now, some other stocks that we're going to be looking at here. Nexi is definitely going to be one of them. This is ticker NEXI, Nex Immune. Stock was about 250 yesterday, and we popped and printed as high as 13s here today. So up 346% currently. We're doing a good job holding above VWAP. Would like to see this thing come into VWAP. I expect this stock to be incredibly volatile and also spread when the market actually opens here. So we'll see. We'll take a look at this. Don't know yet if I'm going to trade this here. We did have a piece of news on this. Next Immune shares rise 400%. Pre-market company had announced on November 2nd, the board unanimously approved liquidation and wind up of the company through a dissolution pursuant to a plan of liquidation and dissolution. So you tell me where you think this one is going. I definitely want to watch and see what the trading action is like when the market opens here. Stock, huge gap here this morning. Next is going to be ticker ALT. This is Alt Immune. This is one that we've traded before. This stock really ripped yesterday, came back in, taking another leg up here today, 566 currently. Didn't see anything fresh here. Yep, didn't see really anything fresh here. Yesterday, they had top line results from a 42-week phase 2 obesity study. That looks to be what is actually driving them here today. So we'll see if Alt ends up giving us a trade. Again, would really like for this to come in. I'd like to take this time, now that we're talking about some of these high flyers here, I'd actually like to take this time to reiterate what Jay Summers is saying. Caution into the open on some of these named. One of the things that we're doing here is we're examining some of the stocks that have gigantic gaps going into the session here today. So this is not necessarily a buy rating. The goal here is to prepare you. Hey, these stocks are likely to be in play here today. This is how we identified VVOS, which of course went absolutely bananas. Make a watch list out of these and then wait for your setups. And when the setups come, then it's time to trade. We're just kind of rolling through some of these names here just to make sure that you're aware of some of the stocks that are moving here today. We got a couple more that I want to roll through, so I'm going to try to do it pretty quick. I know we're running out of time here. Mitch is not here to stop me, so that's the good news. HCDI, Harbor Custom Dev. I feel like a number of people had traded this before in the past. This ticker seems familiar here. Some decent volume here. Nice little move up. We're right beneath the VWAP. For me, the first thing that is going to be interesting here is, can we take the VWAP out? If we take the VWAP out and build above, maybe we do have a day trade on our hands, but we'll see. Next one, ticker BIOR. This is Biora Therapeutics. Now, this one, interestingly, having kind of a rough pre-market, bleeding some of its gains back here. We did, again, have news yesterday. Biora Therapeutics announces FDA clearance of IND application for drug-device combination targeting treatment of ulcerative colitis. So you're getting a nice little PR there on FDA clearance. That's what popping it yesterday. It is leaking here today. So let's see if this can firm up and then make a move to the upside. That's what I'd be looking for. Next is going to be CMND. There's a little bit of a pop here, but it's really kind of bled those gains back. The one thing to note here is that recently, just yesterday in the pre-market, this thing had a gigantic range. Now, keep in mind, traded all the way up to 890s and change yesterday, and then this thing was straight down the rest of the day. One little bounce in here, so keep that in mind. Let's see if this gives us more opportunity here today. There's really nothing here on this one yesterday. It was really kind of rough. Next one here is going to be JFBR. This is Jeff's Brands. Another kind of like a fake out here, right? Big pop to 8, bled back almost all of that. This is almost already completely round tripped. To me, this one a little bit weak. Jeff's Brands. Fort received regulatory approval in Spain and the Netherlands to commence sales. Okay, that seems about as vague as it gets. So this kind of formation looks realistic to me. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to trade this one. Volume has already dried up. Let's see. Next here is going to be Path. This is UiPath. I see EKS talking about this one here in the chat. This one definitely worth watching here. UiPath shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q3 financial results. We popped yesterday. This morning, we're actually taking the next leg up. I realize we've bled back some of those gains, but we're still holding higher here. This one definitely on watch for a potential gap and go. EKS would love to hear how you're trading this one here today. And then I think the only other one, PAPL, yeah, this also kind of just big pop, big fade. Really want to see something else happen with some of these names. Don't necessarily want to be chasing names that behave like this. Okay, that's about all I got here for the movers list. I'm going to go ahead and flip over to my main workspace here. We just had coin up. This is another penny stock. Path and PAPL. So HUBC, another penny stock here as well. Let's talk about coin here real quick. I gotta say, yesterday, Jay, you gave us an awesome trade plan. Told us early what your targets were. Just looking at this is wild. Not only did you get that, I think you cleaned out the first part of your long at 122. So 124, I can't remember what you said, 122 or 124. This thing actually plunged, and I'm imagining you covered up the rest of your position on this one. We popped here again today, right back to 129. The range on this stock, absolutely incredible. So one to take a look at here for sure. Another stock that you folks are suggesting in the chat is IoT. Let's take a look at IoT. This is Samsara. I believe this was earnings yesterday, right? Let's see. Samsara shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q3 financial results and issued strong guidance. Big pop in the after hours yesterday. Tried to take a next leg up here today. Now we've come back, but we've so far done a really good job of holding some of these gains. So let's see what happens on IoT. Jay, if you're going to trade this, would love to hear what your trade plan is, just like we heard yesterday on Coin, which ended up being awesome. So good stuff there. And then let's check in on MINM. This was just an absolute bummer yesterday just because of the way it traded. Looks like we're getting a little action here in the pre-market. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing just kind of rolled over and sank. Okay, looking around here, we've got 1 minute until the market opens. Hopefully Mitch is not battling a horde of ants. And hopefully we'll have him back here for the opening print. Okay, let's see. What else are you guys talking about? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Rick, NLSP. I noticed that is here on the relative volume scanner, another penny stock. I will stay away from this, but let's see if we trade up here, take out the VWAP and go higher. That's been some of the pattern that we've seen on some of these. Jay saying, I'm not chasing any gappers. We'll look at them on any weakness. I think that's probably the smart move, right? Wait out some of that upside momentum, wait for it to hold and see if you can position prior to the next upside move. Okay, what else are you folks taking a look at? You guys, Shot. Real Righteous wants to take a look at Shot. Let's do that. Ticker SHOT. Had a nice little move later in the day. This is this expanding volume move that we're always looking for. We did get that here later in the day. Now, we sold off here in the pre-market. We're trading up a little bit. Let's see if we can actually move above 450. Really need to clear out this consolidation area. If we do that, maybe we get a little bit more juice and we can move up here towards 470. We shall see. All right, that's it. Bell is open, or market is open. That is the bell. That's what I meant to say. Good luck, and let's get it. SQQQ higher out of the first move here. This loaded up here. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's see what alt is doing here right out of the. Alt first move here is down. Let's take a look at Nexi. Is Nexi halted? No. Trading halt. Yes, it is. Okay, so this is, let's see what this says here. Interesting. So I actually didn't even catch this here. Nexi's halted for more information. So hopefully nobody's trapped in that. This is one of the reasons why I really dislike stocks that are liable to halt on a whole bunch of momentum. Halted here for more information. You can't access your funds in that stock. We'll see what happens. Level T12 help. Forget about it. There you go, SS Trades. There it is. Sorry I missed that in my rundown. It's going a little bit too quickly there, it seems. Let's see what's moving here. Here's Path. Path first move was a little bit of a dip right there and then a rip out of the open here. Path trading up here. Let's see if it takes out that 2350. That's going to be your upside. I'm still in a holding pattern here. Got to wait about another 13 minutes. Definitely want to see the thing shake out here, especially the broader market. GCT moving, Market Sniper on top of that. Let's take a look. Giga Cloud. Big move out of the open. I'm not going to chase these candles. OLPX. Actually, this is interesting. If you get some volume in here, maybe this turns back up too. OLPX. HCDI on the scanner here. Big rip here, HCDI. Let's see if this is right at a resistance zone here. Let's see what happens next. ESTC. Elastic. This ripping out of the gate here. What is the Elastic shares trading higher after the company reported better than expected financial results and guidance? Not familiar with this one. But big rip there out of the open. Stock was $80 yesterday, 102 right now. Wow. PAPL, really weak here. There's one of those pennies that's holding in here. CMND, maybe this is curling here. HCDI broke out of that here. Is going higher here on HCDI. Wait this one out. See calls getting bought. Well, maybe those are calls being closed for ESTC. Jay saying ESTC, that's third in a row earnings gap on IT software. What do you think that means for Broadcom coming up here? Who's moving down here? All right, SQQQ looking good. See if we can get to 17 on SQQQ here today. That would be good. NLSP, Rick giving us the penny stock here. Broke the VWAP and moving, so we did break here to the upside. So for all you penny players, NLSP did get that VWAP move. See if it comes back in and gives you a setup there. IoT on the relative volume scanner now. Looks like that dip got bought. Let's see if it can actually get going here and move higher. We'll see on IoT. Yeah, sorry, it left some context out there for you, Jay. One of the things that we've been discussing recently is that Broadcom might be the last of those big names to report this year, and that might actually start to crack and move down. You're right, not software, more chips, but thinking that that might actually bring in some more of the tech, hoping that that might help my SQQQ trade when we get that. And I think those earnings, I think those are December 7th. Let me see. Yep, December 7th after the markets. That's one of the things I'm waiting for. Broadcom down here a little bit, about 1.5% this morning. LSP still going here, Rick. Hopefully you're banking off this one. Ulta, how's Ulta doing after earnings? Okay, Ulta profit-taking dip getting bought, it looks like on Ulta. Had strong earnings as well. How's Bitcoin doing? Holding that 38.8. Okay, so this was making a run at 40K earlier this morning. It looks like it backed off that. We'll see if we go up there again. Hut trying to make a move towards 2, it looks like. Shot moving up here. Shot might take out. Yeah, we talked about this one earlier here. It's kind of sneaking by. I guess it doesn't have the whole lot of volume here. Shot trading up here. Let's see if it takes out yesterday's intraday high on Shot.
What's up out there, team?
Just watching the open here, Mitch. Did you have to battle ants today, or are you good?
Somewhat good.
Oh no.
Somewhat good. All right. Well, we are getting a little bit of a looks like the Q's opened up down. I got coin pushing up here. Thinking about getting short this, but hanging in there right now. We got out the gates here. All right, so Apple down, Microsoft down, and bull traps all over that. Apple, Microsoft down big. Stocks S, baby. Up to 868. Okay. Oh, it's pulling back here.
Pfizer down over 6.5%. We have news here on Pfizer that the weight loss drug is not going to phase 3. Pfizer shares trading lower after the company announced twice daily. Not even going to try to pronounce that. Weight loss formulation will not advance to phase 3 study. Yikes on Pfizer. This is a company I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole.
I'm long, baby. Let's go. Success here. Pretty much a short also, essentially. I see those big boys getting hit so hard here, and so I'm going to be paying attention to see if Microsoft and Apple come back. But if those can keep smacking down, I think NVIDIA could go red. NVIDIA is the one trying to lead right now, back up, but Apple, Microsoft down big. Google down, Meta down. We already know how Tesla was. So I'm going to probably grab a little bit more here in just a second, especially if I can see the Qs reject the VWAP on the move back. So I'm giving it a second here to come back to VWAP and then reject that. Let's go to the 1 minute here so I can at least see the Qs. And I'm going to show you guys that right now. Here's the Qs here, guys. I need to put like 2 charts, but the problem with putting 2 charts on this screen is that if I do that, then you guys can't really see this action, right? And I want you guys to see the actual trading action versus show you guys all my screens, and then all of a sudden we take all the landscape.
That's one of the I stopped at 3 charts, and the top 2 are probably pretty difficult to see on stream. I also use charts on a different screen though, and I'm sure a lot of people do.
There's that move back to VWAP here for stocks for the Qs, and it's just starting to reject here. I'm about to start getting some more success here on the decline, and I'm going to be pretty tight with this risk. Really don't want it to get down through this 860s. It could wick there, maybe 59, but definitely not close below 860s here. So that at least makes the risk pretty tight. Here's the Qs above VWAP. Let's see if it comes through the opening price or just rejects right around this 387.50s. That's what I'm watching for on the Qs here. There's 387.53s, 387.50s, and pulls right back. Now let's see if it actually comes through that level. That's what I'll be watching. All right, guys. So in a second, I'm going to add here for the kind of the takedown. The Qs are going to come right back down here for a VWAP fade. You could also be looking at this just to short the Qs. I like that outlook too, but let's see what happens here. Really big thing is Microsoft back to break even. Watch that. I'm going to see if that gets to the green or does it reject VWAP. Apple's right around VWAP, so that's also something to keep watch. And the bulls can do the same, just looking for the opposite action, right? I'm looking for pullbacks back to support. You could be looking for attempts to resistance. This is why I like giving always 2 sides to the trade, guys. There's always 2 sides to the trade. Understanding that will help you what? Understand your risk, understand both sides of the trade, whether you're short or long. All right, I like this little balancing act here. About to step up here in success, guys. Want to see 866, and then I'm going to go ahead and just jump in with another 500 shares. Okay, there it is. Small pullback here, and then I'm going to hit it. Let's go for it. All right, now looking for the Qs to start rejecting here. It went from a 1 minute, kind of like a little bit of a push up. Now we'll see if we get the VWAP bounce or a downturn. A move back through, let's say 387.80s tells me to get out.
Upstart at the highs. Nice, Lisa. GPIO, this looks interesting. Get a fill at 125.
How's Dex such a monster? Honestly, I don't know, Russ. I don't know, but it is an absolute beast. I don't even know Dex. Like,
yeah, that is man. I don't either. Deckers Outdoor, beast. I'm not familiar with this at all.
Yeah, like I've never been to a Deckers Outdoor store, but for some reason it's the strongest in footwear there is, man. Footwear and accessories. That's where I have it labeled under in one industry, and it's like it's an absolute beast. I'm watching right now, guys, because I really don't want to cut through like the 59.
They make Uggs. That's why. Interesting.
Here comes that attempt for the Qs to try to break out here. It could wick here. So I'm watching right now my success to see if I get a wick to 860s. Really wouldn't want to see that break there, so I'm keeping an eye on it now. Can always get back in here. There's the wick. Microsoft back into the green, coming to VWAP. We'll see if that rejects. Apple's just right off of that VWAP. Let's see if they make it easy today or they make it hard. One of the things is, of course, is a lot of people are starting to expect that pullback, and so Who knows? Maybe we get it ramping. There's Apple starting to reject VWAP there. I'm looking to see if this is a wick here on success and it recovers, but ready to get out at any moment here. There's a rejection of 387, like 80 area. Now starting to come back to the VWAP.
CCJ, another strong morning here, Jay. CCJ.
Dell, what's up with Dell? All right. Got to close. Got to close this ultra. Trying to take profits. In that one. But stock that's testing down here. Let's take a look here at the Qs.
Path definitely going to print 24s here, Jay Summers.
Could Q's pushing here, guys. I got to cut this success in just a second here. But I'm looking for any bounce here just to start getting out.
Still long SOSX. I'm not selling out.
Not selling. Hendricks. There's a little bit. I should get a little bit of a pushback here.
SPRC curling. Maybe this goes higher here, right at VWAP. Big spread on SPRC, though.
Coming back.
How's GameStop doing today? GameStop higher.
Q's coming back to VWAP a little bit here on an attempt, at least. Let's see if it actually gets all the way to the VWAP.
Alt just straight down. ESTC 105. That thing keeps going.
Focus on the
what a
stock
move out of the open, man.
Let's see if Apple goes back to red. Nvidia's pushing here, guys. That was up and now starting to turn. But that's the strongest one that I see in tech.
Yeah, I see you guys talking about
AMD.
Dell. Dell had some profit taking right out of the open and is bouncing, returning back towards those highs there on Dell. One thing to keep in mind on Dell, they rebuy a lot of their own stock.
All right.
IoT might be bottomed. Intraday. ALT, maybe this is bouncing here on ALT. I'm going to try some here. Going to be quick with this one, though. VWAP at 511. Oh, big seller there at 480, and they took him. Maybe they go higher here on alt.
Q's coming down here now. This is their chance, I think, to like buy the dip here on the Qs. Off the 9 EMA. Let's see if they do it. They just got it back towards the resistance there. The 387.80 is acting as resistance right now. On the Qs I'm talking about, guys. Always watching my indexes, right?
Alt trading up, looking 490 going to be my first spot if we can take that, and then 5 VWAP at 510 now, so coming in a little bit here on alt. Not going to put my order out, but I'm going to watch it. Saw what happened yesterday with MINM. Up lower here on alt now. That got sold. Why did that get sold? And I'll tell you what, my trade the pool is doing some odd things.
Stock S coming back 863, 864s. Microsoft looking like it wants to go lower here. $387 now starting to drop. Nice resistance held around the 387.80s. Back to that level. I got to be careful. Let's see if we can really start dropping on the Qs. Microsoft going back to red. Apple rejecting a little bit of that VWAP, but still above VWAP on Apple.
Yeah, I have no sold out alt.
865 starting to come back here. Apple trying to spike here. That's a little bit concerning. I'm pretty close to my entry here, so just keeping a very close eye on it.
GameStop more highs.
GameStop, man, can't stop.
It's just cracks me up.
It's like that sometimes, man. That's how the world is sometimes, man. This is why you don't trade against what you feel is an illogical move or something like that, right? Here's the Qs now below VWAP, starting to drop fast here, guys. That was a quick little drop. Let's see if it recovers, but now we're back below VWAP. So that's a good outlook here. Let's see if this can really get going. Let's see if NVIDIA gets to get back to the VWAP. Or does it keep pushing? I think NVIDIA is one that I'm going to keep into a close eye now. See if it can go red. Amazon's in the green just slightly. Apple, Microsoft red. Tesla just slightly green. Those are the two that I would say are in the green there. AVGO is still slightly red. That one's interesting to watch.
GBIO trading up a little bit here. 133 going to be that spot. We'll see if that breaks.
This will be interesting, guys. So now you're right slightly above the VWAP on the Qs. They recovered the VWAP. Now it's time to watch for a move to 388 or not. That's what I want to watch right now. So I'll show you guys the Qs right now. So you see how this is kind of like the VWAP is right underneath this. So watching that right now and watching to see if you're going to get a push above this. Takedown level is another attempt to this level down here. That's another thing that I'm watching for on the downside.
Yeah, Rick, next he's going to be halted for a bit, it looks like. Like SS Trade said earlier, forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget about it. All right. Let's see if the NVIDIA Dragon that is turns back to the downside here. Energy doing pretty good. That got a bounce. Basic materials are driving, guys. That's where I'd be focusing if you guys are looking for something else. Copper making a big move up. Lumber making a big move. Silver just bounced. Paper products looking good today. Coal stocks doing decent. Gold getting the bounce. Steel is having a nice day there. Is X trying to give it to me? X trying to give it to me. Trying to give it to me. New core going higher right now. That doesn't look too bad either. You guys are looking for something bullish. Financial services continuing on, guys. Clean Spark with the clean rip there. I know some of y'all will be watching that one. That's CLSK for a cheap boy. That looks good. This is why I probably didn't get short on coin. This coin's probably still ripping. Yeah,
Clean
it
Spark,
is.
that's a big rip off that VWAP level too.
Yeah, it's a big rip there. All right, got to go watching Stocks S here. It's a big moment here for the Qs. Watching here, do we reject here? Do we start pushing through the 387.50s?
Kaylee saying Clean Spark, a blast from the past. I feel like we've been trading Clean Spark back and forth for years. I feel like this one comes up all the time. Market kind of slowed down here on this bounce. Let's see if it continues or if it rolls back over.
Yeah, I'm not liking this move here. I'm trying to hold in, but it could get a nice little spike here. So literally got that sell button ready. Looking for that to like hold in here. I'm actually going to set my stop here. I'll risk $90 here on the first trade. Actually, let's go to 90. We start to recover here. We're looking good. There's the Qs. Come on, Susie Q. Come down now. All right, guys, I'm going to take my shot here in just a second. I just want to spike to 870s, and then I'm going to add another 500 shares.
Oh, HCDI, that was a big move. Nice call there. You guys were on that. SS Trades. I had that off my screen. Great job. Great job, guys.
What you going to do, Susie Q? Just to let you guys know, if you guys don't know, I love giving stocks pet names. If you got any pet names for stocks, you guys got to let me know. Susie Q's is the QQQ.
Okay. Try and remember that.
All right. I got to let you know. Got to let you know. Like, you know, we have, of course, the Tesla Dragon.
I can't say, well, I can't say that I'm going to use it. Tesla's pet name is Tesla. For me, in honor of Rob Smith. So I'm not gonna. I mean, Tesla. It's like the act of trading Tesla is like slaying the dragon, but it's got its own pet nickname for me.
It's December 1st. I think we we're gonna get hit later today because I gotta play some Christmas music. I gotta play some Christmas music today. It's December 1st, guys.
I mean,
we're gonna have a little fun.
Carey, I'm good.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little fun. I want to do also like a little bit of some like Christmas movies or holiday movie collection, where you guys can drop names that you guys like. So we gotta set it up. We gotta set that up. I'm gonna do like a little form, and then gonna put out like some good stats. What percentage people like? Let's say Home Alone, things like that.
Die Hard.
Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan on that one, but hey. I like action movies, but I don't know if that's really Christmas to me, but hey.
No, broken clock is right twice a day, Mitch. So
you know it. Tickers are easier than pet names.
Saying I've been playing Christmas music since September.
I'm with you, EJ.
I like Mannheim Steamroller personally. I'll take that anytime for Christmas music. I don't really get into the other stuff though.
All right, here's the shot. See if we get
Hanukkah. It does start next week, early this year.
Oh, Hanukkah. Gotta have some Hanukkah celebrations here. I'm down.
I'm in.
All right, there's the Qs going down, guys. I'm stepping up.
But Mariah. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'm stepping up. I'm looking for the takedown through the 387s here for the Qs. So I'm stepping up, guys. I'm going to be quick to the trigger on getting out if I need to.
Smart.
Because I don't want to risk much, but I want to go big here. So just give me a second, and I'm going to even add a little bit more. Probably get to 2,000 shares. Just need to see a rejection of this VWAP on this candle close. We got literally, a minute on this candle on the 5 minute. There's that move down to 387.20s. I'm stepping up here, guys, and looking for the takedown on the next candle through the 387s on the Qs. If I need to get out, I'll get out. I can always get back in, but I'm trying it here. 2,000 shares, 868. Let's see what happens here, guys. I just want to see if the Qs, like, let's say, make a quick move through 387.50s. Yeah, I got to get out.
David, reach out to Gil. I don't have an answer. My thing's doing something screwy too. So just reach out to Gil.
Yeah, that's your best option. Like
that's
always,
your best
guys.
bet. If there's if something's going on that you don't understand, reach out to Gil.
And it's in the description below, right? You'll see it in our description. You got
His
two
email?
emails there.
Okay, perfect.
Both emails are in there. You got
perfect.
Gil directly, and you got the help for trade the pool for any questions or concerns in the description there. I'll even throw up the help one right now in the chat. But it's in, I always keep it in the description for you guys. Boom. What happened? We got some numbers, 10 a.m. Can you take a look at that for me, Ryan? Whenever you get a chance.
ISM Manufacturing, it looks like. ISM Manufacturing PMI November 46.7 versus 47.6 estimate. ISM Manufacturing prices for November 49.9 versus 46.2. ISM Manufacturing employment for November 45.8. Those are the
fake out to the upside, now coming back to the downside here. So let's see what happens. A lot of volume coming in on this number, so we're about to get some action, that's for sure. A lot of action. A lot of action. Big wick there to the downside at the end of that. Holding VWAP right now, so that's a little sign of concern for the bears.
Back saying, Ryan, can you check Blink? Yes, we can. Wow, Blink, that first move down got bought, and this thing has just been stair-stepping up all the way up here. About 26 cents here on Blink. I don't like this stock, but this is actually a decent move off the open here. What does the daily look like? Ugh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these chargers, but this is a strong move here out of the open. Let's see where might this stop? Maybe right here, maybe 345. Sorry, Mitch.
No, you're good. Bulls and bears. Take a look at Nvidia. That's an interesting one there. If you're like bullish setup here, if you're looking for the bullish setup, that one's interesting also. So I just always like to give the opposite side. I'm playing the short side. Doesn't mean you guys have to copy me. Like we talk about all the time. This isn't about copycat trading. This is about learning through process approach. And you guys in the chat also learning from each other, right? That's what it's all about here. Of course, none of us are winning Lambos out there. And if you are, then you got to share the love. But all right, guys, about to get hit here on this success. And maybe I should have got out there right there on the 63s. I did get a little hesitant there, but the Qs just seem like they're just trappy right here. And look at that move now. Now got to get out for sure. Qs just making a quick spike there. Boom, just took the hit there, guys. Down about 230, so I stepped up to the plate. Not going to stress it because the sizing is big there. A move to the upside, let's say, would have made us like easily kind of like, let's say we lost like, what, 12 cents there? Yeah, about like 12 cents there. And so a move back up through the 880s. I was looking for a move towards like 890s. That would have been like 30 cents on the upside. So you're talking like, let's say like a $600 winner. So let's keep going. Let's see if the Qs actually really push here. It did do a wick there, but the numbers came in and shook everything up here. So let's find out. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to kind of get through this kind of move, but taking a look at stocks like also like Nvidia, if we do get the upside move, let's see if it holds throwback look here, 387 60s, and then comes back through 388 on the upside. I'm not going to take the trade right there, but that's something that I'm looking at. And that would be like a VWAP bounce here, double bottom around the same area for Nvidia, coming back up through that high. Microsoft's still heading lower. That's where it gets confusing. Apple's the one that's a little bit better there. Nvidia just slightly green from the open. Tesla trying to push a little bit. Can Tesla reverse on the day and get up? Trying. A lot of action out there, guys. Basic materials and energy have been just ripping higher, guys. So if you're able to play some of those plays, those are actually doing pretty well right now. Chevron up 1.48. ExxonMobil up 1.34.
Market popping here.
So maybe Gush is the look. There you go. Gush is gushing, man. Nice little move there on Gush. Get Gush, guys. Boom. Let's go to the 1 minute there so you guys can see that. That's gushing, man. All right, what are you guys seeing out there? MM is short from market maker, and it's also short for Money Mitch. So that might get a little confusing. Hey, no worries, Russ. It's all good. Let's keep playing, guys. I'm stepping up to the plate today. I've been making money this week, so I got no problem stepping up. That Tesla trade, earlier success swing, those gave me great money and great confidence to play some here on Friday. XLI doing pretty well today, so that's one that I'll be looking at into the area to see what I can find if the market wants to keep pushing. Boeing's had a good move to start the day. GE's actually just stair-stepping higher. RTX even got a little bit of a lift. Well, the Qs come right back down. They just went down to the VWAP there. So even though they got a spike on that number, you never know, right? You just never know. See if they VWAP bounce here.
Yeah, this is wild. AI Rod here saying that ESTC, no red bars. Here's your 5-minute chart for ESTC. This thing has literally done nothing but go up on volume out of the open here. 109.5 almost on ESTC. Just up 35.8% now. Just massive. What was the short interest on this? So this isn't even a lot. I mean, this is 5% of the float shorted, 3 days to cover. I mean, I'd like to see that number over 5. I mean, I guess this is something, but I would not consider this a lot. Just absolute huge rip to the upside. Huge rip to the upside here. That pop in the market here being retraced.
Yeah, I'm even trying to get a read on the market right now. Is this really bullish or are we faking here?
I mean,
the
print notwithstanding, I'm still bearish. I'm still bearish. So I know you're trying to do your own thing, but
oh no, I'm just trying to be flip floppy, man. I'm trying to be flip floppy. I don't want to just
here. Let me go back to your actual trade.
That hasn't done me well to stand on one side at least. I've been flipping back and forth. I played Tesla to the long earlier this week, and I played success, right? So that just goes to show you, right? Like my top 2 trades are essentially almost against each other for the week. That's what I feel like. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, the truth is right now we're getting choppy action. Let's be honest. We're getting choppy action. If you look at the SPY, it'll just tell you the daily, right?
Path highs. God, Path so strong here today.
SPY staying strong too, guys. And so that can keep pushing, guys. SPY is really strong. Q's right back to the highs there. Will it go through? Now Nvidia looks good for like a little bit of a turnaround play. I don't want to play Nvidia, but looks interesting.
INOD highs. Let's go. It's a swing in my main account on INOD.
That's why I'm staying on the sideline right now, because I'm trying to let a little bit of some time decipher. Microsoft going lower, guys. That's what kind of got me more convicted on that success trade. Maybe should have just traded the Microsoft move itself, because I'll show you guys that right now. Really nice move here. See the 5-minute? See how like it just kind of like followed this trend line down? So like any short around this trend line, it would have been really nice to kind of get to. And so you got this first kind of dip through, and then it came back, hit it, came back down, hit it, and then finally started going through the support here. And this is what I mean by body closes when you see it go through support. So you see how this went right here and it closed, but then this next candle closed down to here. That's what you want to see to give you a little bit of a sign. You got to fake out back to the upside and then right back down on Microsoft.
ADIL, nice call there, Tuna. That's spiked a little bit here. ADIL, that's above its VWAP too. That can get going. We've seen that one go before. ADIL, little bit thin name, isn't it? Yeah, 1.12 million float there. ADIL.
Success coming back, guys. So let's see what happens here. It's still a battle between the Bulls and the Bears today, I feel like. So just be careful out there.
Yeah, looking 13. Good morning. Looking good in INOD. Those ads were good on that sell-off. That was good info from Happy Hour, my man. G-Bio working here. Let's see if we can take out that 137 area. Here.
All right, guys, looking around. What are you guys seeing out there? I want to short yesterday's close on the QQQ. I see you, EJ. It's definitely a battle right now, guys. I'm trying to find what the best play here is. I'm just looking at the Qs, really. I might even go with another success, guys. Really got to be aware for moves through both of these areas. All right, guys, let's get after it, team. Let's see what else we can come up with here. Qs are trying to make the up move here. What are you guys seeing in the market? Let's get it going, man. This day is not easy today, but I'm trying to get after it, guys. Let's see what we can do. Who's getting a flawless victory today? I want to hear about it.
Victory.
Buy now, pay later, pay never. No trades today. Fed chair speaks twice today. Yeah, that's also something to look out for. But I think like it's not like specifically on the economy, at least from what I saw. So sometimes those are nothing burgers too, because if he's just speaking at like some school, I don't think he's going to drop like the biggest economic news there, right? At least I don't think it'd be wise, but who knows? How's the Netflix? Right off of VWAP. There's so many things that are stuck right now on VWAP. What do I mean by VWAP? Of course, is a volume weighted average price. And what is that? So if you took, volume into count, tick by tick, and the prices that they were bought in, and you took that into an equation, where are the average prices? So essentially the market is what? Neutral right now. It's stagnant. It's just hanging on right now. Let's see what happens here, at least for the Qs. Of course, I'm sticking towards tech names. If you're looking at the SPY, you'll see it a little bit higher. And why is that? Because energy, basic materials, industrials, financial services, cyclicals going higher, real estate going higher. And those names are kind of leading right now. And those are names that you could see transition to, right? Rotation out of tech, going to those names. That's what I'm seeing right now. And that's why I'm still a little bit interested to see if technology can go red. All right, guys, getting ready for potentially taking a shot here. Just want to see what happens here with the Qs. want to see if we're going to break right now the 387.37s here. I might actually get long on success. Qs are coming down fast. It could have been a fake out to the upside. So I'm going to take another shot here in just a second, guys. Try to get my same entry. Do we bounce off this support or we break it? There's a little bit of a bounce. Now we're breaking it. All right, I got to take my shot again, guys. I'm in right now a little bit. Trying to see if the Qs drop through the 387. So I'm taking the shot again, guys. There's 387.29. I want to see quick bars down here on the Qs. Back above VWAP, and it could do the same thing just on the downside.
That entire pop got retraced already, Mitch. To me, I think we go lower here.
We have to break that 387 at least on the Qs. That's what I'm seeing. There's a lot of support right underneath here that keeps getting bought into around, let's say, the 387.20s. There's 387.18s. Just get a big bar down. Bearish engulfing candle right through the 387 is what I'm looking for. There's back to 868s here. There we go. We just got it. I added here. I'm going for it, team. See what we can do. Been trying to take a little bit bigger trades here for not necessarily, I mean, just to kind of step up a little bit here. There we go. Starting to get that action that we're looking for. Nice little first pull. Choose below that 387 now. Let's see if some of the names go red, like NVIDIA. AVGO looks like an interesting short for me also. That's a high price stock, so I might take a shot on something like that. Just because it could be a nice little swing trade. Would have to keep it really tight though. Spread on that one's a little wide, so it's hard to come after it while I'm taking this type of trade. But I like the name. All right, now we're below that 387. I don't want to see 387s really trying to recover here. I would really like to see a cut through the Qs of 387.75 and close below that. That should get us up towards like this closing level on success, like right around here. And then that's going to be like the next level that I'll be looking to act as, instead of resistance, act as support as we break to the upside here of the 882s.
13, we talked about Nexi early. That was up big. It's halted for a T12 though, so that's likely to be halted for some time. I don't know that we're going to get an unhalt anytime soon. T12 halt, asking for more information.
The idea is for an 880 rip towards 9 and selling it up there at like 890s. But it's all going to depend also on the Qs. Like we go back through VWAP. I'm just going to let this go because it's big size. And I don't want it to happen where last time where I got caught on the quick down move. Really, like, let's say like right around here, I should be looking at getting out like the 65 because that's where we tried to break out from. So essentially, I wouldn't want to see that low taken out. Here's the Qs trying to recover 387. Now we need to see if it uses that 387.20 area as resistance. At least that's what I'm looking for. Like always, you guys call your own shots, but that's what I'm looking for right now, to see those Qs use that as a little bit of resistance and comes right back down. So that would be right around here. I'll show you guys that real quick. So using that as a kind of a resistance area instead of a support area. Now.
See, I got 137 and 140 next spots on GBIO. Let's look around through the scanner here and see what else we can find. ADL, that was a decent little pop there on ADIL. HCDI looks like it might take out its intraday highs. There it goes. Wow. Big move through those intraday highs. HCDI.
Glad I put you up right when you were
Yeah,
saying
that was
it.
I was gonna say that was good timing there. I'm not in this one though. I'm trading GBIO, not HCDI. This moving here
Hey,
though. Big pop
hey,
here.
you
This
caught
is
it though, my friend.
yeah, this was nice though. This gave you some expanding volume strength early. Test back at the VWAP and took those highs out. This might halt here. No, they're not holding it up there. Never mind.
She's bouncing a little bit, guys.
Oh, look, it took this spot out on the daily here. That's what happened. HCDI. Okay. Let's hope we get that on GBIO. Here, let me show you what we're looking at here on GBIO. I don't know if I've had this up because Mitch was taking his shot at SOXS, but here we go. Nice little move here out of the gate, GBIO. If we take a look at the daily here, you can actually see if we break above this area here, got this at 140. Look at this gap up to 305. We pretty much just retrace these sticks here. So we'll see if we get this here on GBIO. Also have 194 as a potential spot here from the 50 EMA on the daily, 50-day EMA, excuse me. Let's see. Let's see on GBIO. 135, 137 is the next spot. 137, 140. Next spots here. Oh.
Still watching these cues, man. They're playing chop fest today. I really don't want to see it back through VWAP here, but just created that little army candle on the one. See if we can get back through the 387. That's what I'm looking for now to get this success through this 874, the next ramp up. I want to see the volume increase on this. So one thing I'm also noticing, I want to see volume increase into this rip. So you see down here on the bottom is my volume action. I want to see a big bar show up there. There, we're going back through the 70s now. Let's see if the cues break through the lows now. Quick action through the lows.
NASDAQ coming in a little bit more now.
It's interesting, man. Interesting day indeed.
Fun little Friday prior to the weekend.
Man. I might try to trade something that I don't get to trade often, like AVGO.
Broadcom, here we go. We talked about Broadcom earlier. Let's go.
All right, let's go with 10. We can go with 5 shares. Stack it. All right, so starter 922. I'll add.
This is what I was saying earlier. 13 reiterating.
Taking some short of AVGO. I got 5 shares of that. Of course, that's a $900 stock, so got to go at it a little bit slower. So I got a little bit, and I'll add a little bit at 922s.
Take care, Russ. Have a good day. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Anyone got plans for championship weekend?
Weekend plans. I'm going to be taking it easy, getting ready for my visit to Detroit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, yeah, it's championship weekend in college football. So big weekend with the big selection show on Sunday for the college football playoffs. Should be fun.
There you go.
Definitely deep frying another turkey. 13. All right, let's go.
Man,
Mitch, I really do wish I could meet you there in Detroit, but I'm not going until the next quarterly. So
yeah, no stress, man. How it goes.
Hot tub and snow. Wisdom, you are doing it right, my friend.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself, Carmen. Enjoy your weekend.
little bourbon too.
He
Hot
didn't
tub,
say
snow,
that.
and bourbon.
He didn't say that, but
Well, that's because I'm bringing the bourbon. Let's go. Wisdom, have a good time, man. Christmas parade and dinner. Oh, there we go. All right, guys. Q's starting to come down here. Go, Q's. I want to see you break the 386.65 level now. That's the big level to watch. Can I get a little pot fill here? Ooh, I got 10 shares of AVGO. There we go.
137 on GBio. Let's see if this is the big spot. If we break this, let's see.
All right, so you guys understand kind of the risk to return here on this trade. So that's the risk. That's the return. AVGO, baby.
So
I'm short. AVGO 922.21s.
37 is down on GBIO. Let's go higher. Come on. View. You guys are trading View. Oh, View. Oh my. Yeah, I'll pass. GBIO much easier for me to trade here. Look at this halt fest. Look at these halts in here. 13 out here. He's just out here just grabbing it.
It's got a nice little pop there, guys. Woo. Pullback to 870s. I might actually add on it. Come on, come on. Give me that next little hit.
Market coming back in here, both the SPY and the NASDAQ. Northwestern Canopy Development. I'm not sure what that is. Saying NQ Flushing. You're spot on, my man. Lynn going to a Woodford distiller party. That should be a blast. Enjoy that, Lynn and Randy. Enjoy that. It'd be great if you could parlay that into going right from that party directly into a hockey game. Now that would be something. That would be something. Have a day. If you do that, have a day.
All right, guys. I'm 3,000 shares deep. Success, baby. 871s here. Really want to see the Qs just start to hold 386.65s and start to hit down here. The low that we could close below is 386.33. Nice close below that on a 5-minute would look good here. See if we can get it.
Wisdom saying I got a bottle of red in honor of my man Ryan and a jug of Fireball for the after hours. Wisdom, let's go. God, that's just alpha moves right there, Wisdom. You love to see it. You just love to see it. That is awesome.
Is View going to the moon?
View just got halted.
Is this the window one?
The window one?
Like the stock that does like windows or something? Is View that stock?
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry to even admit this. I have no idea what this company does. View is a technology company and the market leader for smart windows.
Yep. Dude, you see, Ryan?
View smart windows use artificial intelligence to automatically adjust in response to the sun and increase access to natural light to improve. Dude, why don't I have these installed in my house yet? Like, can I get my entire glass sliding door window made of this automatic tinting? That would be unbelievable. It would probably cost a damn fortune, though.
It might cost you your kidneys, but get after it.
Well, I got two, right? So I can give one of them up.
All right, guys. I am
sick,
looking at this move here. I'm watching to see if the Qs make the next level down here. It's slowing up, though. That's something to note. They might not make it easy, man. See what happens here, guys. Q's trying to bounce a little bit here. Let's see if they get that next leg. The 5-minute went below that 380.86, like 33 level, and then came back. That's not what I wanted to see. I want to see this candle close below that. We got about 41 seconds on the 5-minute. I have the 1 for myself. What are you seeing out there, my friend?
Just looking around. I'm still watching G-Bio here, my man.
DJ said, dude, he's giving you prices and everything, man.
$50 to $150 per square foot of glass. Yeah, that is expensive. I'd have to measure the square footage on there. That is expensive. But gosh, that would be so awesome.
Yeah, I hear you,
That
man.
would be so awesome. Smart windows. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk? NVIDIA is trying to bounce here.
RSLS for you penny players, guys. RSLS, what's going on? Reshape Life Sciences. Here you go. You penny players, what's going on? This 26 looks like this is trying to go higher too. 26 and a half.
Yeah,
this
man.
Might be going higher here.
That's pushing, man.
Look, oh my God, ETRN. Look at this.
Q's trying to make that down move right now. Still not getting it though, guys. It's slowing up every time it tries to do it.
Man, there's a lot of stuff all of a sudden going on here.
Q's do not want to go though. The bull's putting up a fight here. About to cut out of it. There it goes. Come on. There's the attempt. That should look good. I'm going to sell like 1,000 on this first rip, guys. All right. I just sold like 1,000 there just to pay myself a little bit. I'm looking for a big push now. Now, I won't let it go back through my entry here.
From my understanding, View might go bankrupt for due to competition. Well, who's their competitor? Because that the product just seems really interesting to me. I mean, that seems like an awesome product.
Yeah, I hear you on that. There's that attempt here, guys.
COSM open here, going higher.
Getting a little bit of an attempt down here. Getting a wick here. Will the Qs get back above 386.50? This is going to be vital for this trade. I'm going to have to risk down to 867 here. Let's see what happens, guys. That's why I'm glad I got rid of at least 1,000 there. I can buy it back if I wanted to as it comes back through the price. But I want to see this 386.50s get rejected and it go back through 386 on the downside. NVIDIA did put it like a bullish engulfing candle. That's one stock that I'd keep an eye on if I was a bull. And I was looking for reversals and to squeeze these bears. Well, that's one you can look at.
GBIO still working. Jay, we're not talking about garbage television. We're talking about actual products, not trash TV.
You know, Ryan doesn't like watching that stuff.
Neither do you, Mitch.
Well, it goes on anyways.
That's all.
Oh,
Stuff is absolute garbage. Path at highs.
Got hit on AVGO there real quick. There, got hit right there. Boom on success. It could have been a little bit of a target there. Lost some more there, man. And it like was a little bit of a wick attempt. So who knows? We'll see what happens. NVIDIA's though coming back. So that's one thing that I definitely point to for the bulls. Just seems like we're playing chop land right now. We're going up to the bottom, coming back to the top, coming up, coming back. And the Qs gave the attempt to go down there, gave the attempt through the 386, and then just right back. So seems like we're playing more into chop right now. And there it goes. Q's coming back now towards 386.73s. So we'll see what happens on the next move. But here's NVIDIA here for you guys.
Stage glass.
Boom. See NVIDIA starting to work its way back. For the bulls out there, we'll see if this comes right back up. Qs are starting to work their way, and it just seems to me like, yeah, we're playing into chop.
Man,
And there's
ETRN.
certain stocks that are coming down fast, like Microsoft, but other than that, the big caps have been kind of choppy. Peep SBLK. There you go. That one's not too bad. Shipping stock has been doing pretty well. You got some of the cheaper names.
I'm just watching ETRN here. This was a huge spike. Huge spike. And I mean, if we zoom in here, look, we spiked, retraced, and then we're going right back to highs here. Not in it, but this is what I'm kind of checking out. IoT, which we talked about earlier, that is holding in here. Path still at highs. Looks like alt finally worked. So it looks like that's interesting here on alt. This really, really kind of sold off. Coming off, working nicely off that 410 level on alt.
She's coming back fast, man. Could be that NVIDIA move to play here. They're just almost all the way back to the VWAP there. That just completely turned around. See if we get that bounce back through 465s here on NVIDIA.
GBIO still working here. Let's go. View halting.
Might take some there. See if I can get some here. Come on, should have got that fill. See if I can get some of the NVIDIA. Willing to take 25 shares here. Come on, fill me. There we go. Just got a little bit. Well, one more little dip here, and I might add 25 shares. Looking to see if the Qs are just going to do this kind of like stuff it to the bears type of move and then just start going higher. The SPY has been strong all day. So that's right back already on VWAP. So this is why I feel like, dude, like it's hard to be a bear in this environment when you're seeing this kind of action.
Mm-hmm.
You get any type of downturn. This is why I've been so flippy floppy. Because the truth is the market just been playing chop up here, but really not coming down. I mean, how much have we retraced from the top? We've come down 1%. Like, you get what I mean? Like, this is nothing. The bears might think they have it, but the bulls still got this shit like it's no tomorrow. At least for right now. That's why it's interesting to see Microsoft getting so hit. Like, somebody got rid of Microsoft today because it is down there compared to everything else. And I have no answer for that. I didn't see news on Microsoft this morning that was negative. It's down pretty big. All right, starting to get a little bit of a lift off there in NVIDIA. All right, now I'm going to start trying to look for ads on pullbacks. This just might take off. It's going to be all dependent on the cues here. We're hit VWAP. We just came back down a little bit. So let's see what happens. I mean, this market's just been real choppy, so you never know. Could come right back down. It definitely brought it back to VWAP. Microsoft still making new lows. Meta's going down there. It's such chop land out there. If I look at a lot of the top stocks, it's a lot of chop. So if you're seeing choppy action or you're finding a stock that can trend, that might be something to find.
All right, back. Sorry about that.
Getting a quick pullback here, pulling back my limit order. Doesn't look too bad. They come right back up. Been a little hesitant here, and you can tell. Why?
Mullen, Jay's favorite stock, Mullen, is ripping. Jay Mullen is ripping.
Mullen.
I mean, I'm saying that tongue in cheek. I guess I should be very clear. His stock's garbage. Chart's still resolving here. Sorry about that.
Chopper! There you go. I got you, bro.
Oh, man.
COSM for a bounce. You speak to it, market. Maybe you'll listen. I'm grateful for you being here and doing this every day, Ryan. You're the real champ.
Very good. Okay. I appreciate that, EJ. That's the nicest thing someone said to me today. So I'll take that.
Take it when we can get it, baby.
Elon saying, "Hi, Ryan. Garbage stocks rip once in a while." Indeed. That was more of a razz at Jay, just because we both dislike this stock greatly.
Yeah, that's what it mainly is, guys.
Oh, I shared the wrong thing there. Sorry about that. I knew you'd like that. I knew you'd like that, Jay. I knew it.
Jay loved that.
I mean, it's just that stock is just so. VFS, smoke tuna. Nice little curl back to the VWAP here. Actually, I wonder if that'll move through it. Ryan, not down 99.68% for the year, but it's up 3% today. Oh, that's fun.
That's how it is, man.
That's
how
fun.
it is.
That stock is just absolute trash. That stock should go on the View.
That stock should go on the View. I like
just
it.
have a garbage party.
All right, guys. It has been a choppy chop day. Can we get some kind of trend here towards the end of the day? Like when you think about like where we've gone from the open, we're just 57 cents off from the open. So that just goes to show you that, yeah. Let's see what happens here, guys. Got 50 shares of NVIDIA here. Looking to see the Qs rip up.
They should have Elon Musk on the View. Jay, I would be all about that. I still wouldn't watch it because I just can't support it, but I would check out some of the funny clips that made their rounds around the internet. That would be something else. I don't think that'll ever happen.
Come back. Can I make a comeback today, guys? Go Nvidia. Let's start ramping. Qs are moving back here. Amazon's one I can also watch if we actually start getting this up move. What do you guys think about Amazon's chart? Throwing it up there for the chat.
By the way,
I'm not in it, but it does look interesting.
So you guys, a couple of you talking about Docu, EJ giving you this Docu sign. This was from yesterday, right? This is news from yesterday. This happened in the afternoon yesterday. So perhaps Docu is actually digesting that news here today. The chart on Docu here, real strong. I mean, it looks like it didn't even react to this news yesterday, but today it's really trading up here. Lots and lots of green candles here on Docu. They report earnings the same day as Avago next week, by the way, Broadcom. Docu and Broadcom report after hours on Thursday next week. Oh, love our community, man. Just absolutely love it. We're lucky, Mitch. We are lucky.
That we are, my friend. That we are. All right, guys. What can I say?
I've been waiting for this.
Can we get it? Can we get it here? Can we finally get some kind of ramp? Tesla's one to keep an eye on. Just putting it out there. But the Qs, man, the Qs get going and then they just freeze. Just play a little freeze on you. Let's see what happens here, guys. Will the Qs actually get the moves?
Quiet listening is a perfectly good option, Tiffany. There is nothing wrong with that. Participate as much or as little as you want. We are appreciative of everyone that joins us.
Hell yeah. That's what it's about. It's all good. You don't always have to be a person that rocks the chat, right? You can also just enjoy listening to us.
Now let's go back towards those highs. That's cool.
I'm just blown away by the chop in the Qs today. I thought we'd get some kind of trend today. I didn't necessarily know it was going to be up or down, but I thought we'd get some kind of trend. It's instead just been chopped for 2 hours. Hour and a half, sorry. Looking to see if we finally get a trend, but even then, here's Nvidia moving back as the Qs pull back a little bit here.
Jay saying Ryan, adjusted splits for Mullen was 4,300 3 years ago. And here we are at 16 cents. Pretty decent range, wouldn't you say, Jay? Maybe it bounces. I literally couldn't even get it out of my mouth without laughing. Like I tried. I was like, Ryan, you got to try to say this with a straight face. But at the end, I gave it up.
It's the molinator. It's like having a cavity, bro.
That sounds terrible.
DraftKings, are the Qs waiting for Powell?
Take care of yourself, Jay. Have a great weekend, my man. Go blue.
My man Morris coming in with a good conversation here. Are the Qs waiting for Powell? That could be the conversation that we get into there. Is he going to come in and Powell this market?
Isn't
This
he just
guy,
speaking at some like class or school or something?
he is speaking at a school, but you know how it is. Everyone expects him to say something.
I don't think he's going to.
Feds like to talk, man. Feds like to talk. All right,
Cleo's had enough
Q's
of Powell.
starting to get going here. Yeah, Cleo's like, yeah, get that.
He's
guy
done with
off
Powell.
already.
Cleo is done with Powell.
He said winter was going to be transitory. I see a lot of Rivian trucks. Yeah, I mean, they're all around me, man. I have a picture of one. I took a picture of one of the last delivery truck. I get them all to deliver all the time. Let's see. Let me see if I pull up the Rivian truck. Rivian.
In the foothills of Tucson, you ever been to the Tucson Gem Show? That thing is awesome. I went to that. It was 3 or 4 straight years. Bought a lot of cool stuff there.
That Rivian life, man. They be delivering out there. Those Amazons. You guys seen these?
Those are the vans. Yeah, actually, I think I have seen those in my area too.
When you see those lights, it gets a dead giveaway. It's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
That light. That's the Rivian Amazon. It delivers a lot around me. I see it almost everywhere. So I asked the Amazon driver, like, what do you do? Like, do you like just plug it in when you come in? Yeah, that's exactly what they do. They just park up. They have a charger. They have a designated spot. They plug it in. They pick it up. That's it. Simple as that. It works for Amazon, I guess. A lot of fleets haven't been able to get that right. Let's just be honest. I think in the long run, will Amazon just be so good at delivering that they eat like UPS and FedEx's lunch?
It's looking that way.
Because that's going to be interesting, right? Like if they like literally destroy those two companies. All right, guys. At this point, I feel like I should get that rip through 466 and keep going if we are going to get an up day. So at this point, I'm just going to set a really tight risk here and just set it and forget it. Whatever happens, happens, guys.
And forget it.
What was that from?
There's some infomercial. It's some infomercial.
It's super famous. Set it and forget it, baby.
Set it and forget it. Delicious crock pot and yeah, it's the greatest infomercial tagline. Here we go.
Set it and forget it.
Showtime rotisserie oven.
Just set it and forget it, baby. Rotisserie chicken, baby. Get it fast.
Oh man, that is just rotisserie chicken. Market Sniper got it. Didn't even have to look it up. Chauson got it. Ron Popeil. I don't even know how to say that, but
yeah, I'm gonna let you do that one, right?
Oh man, that's a blast from the past right there.
Yeah, I don't think Powell will say anything. And maybe that's a good thing for the market, right? Because some people are expecting him to be like a little bit of pow in the market. And if he doesn't say anything, would that be a bullish thing? Honestly, these are like kind of just talk. But
aren't we at the spot where we need to hear something new? That's what I'm feeling. I feel like if we don't hear anything new, why is there a reaction?
Exactly. I agree. I agree, Ryan. I agree. We're in the lull of the period, I think. And with that, what has happened when we haven't had negative news is bullish action. Let's be honest. When we haven't had negative news, the markets have gone higher. And so that's just one thing to think about, right? I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean we have to go higher, but when we have a lack of negative catalyst, that's when we've seen the market go higher. The market has gone higher even when we went to war.
Yeah, but
not we went to war, but when there's war,
there's conflict. Yes, but I mean the thing, like here's the thing. That to me tells me that it's news flow, because there is still negative catalysts out there in the world, but they're not as current as they were when it first happened. I know what you're saying. It's just I don't know.
It's just interesting.
Trade what you see in front of you. Trade what you see in front of you. Mullen really ripping here.
Mullen really.
I mean, I can't even. I can't even.
Is it really?
I mean, if you look at the chart here,
like,
I mean,
how much is it moving here?
Tenths of pennies. Tenths of pennies. But look at the chart.
It's tradable, baby.
I'm not doing it. There's just no way.
Do I try to scalp it? Just for the
I'm not going to. No.
I might try to scalp it. I mean, it's only moving up a penny. The key is where you get your fill in, but I mean, I could put 1,000 shares to work here pretty easily. How much is this really moving? Man, it's down to 15 cents.
But Mitch, it's moving tenths of cents. It's up 0.0097 cents.
Sounds delicious. The garbage, the truck. You guys don't hear it? I hear it now. Beep, 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 beep. It's coming through, guys.
Path actually might be going higher here. That was such a good path.
Forbidden fruit, baby. That forbidden fruit.
G-Bio may be going higher here. Let's go.
Oh, NVIDIA. The Qs have just gone like quiet, dude. This is what I mean by the good lunch spots. This is going to be one of those days where I talk about it all the time. It's kind of like an inside joke to me, but it's the truth. This is going to be one of those days where it's good to know the good lunch spots in New York, because I have a feeling that we're going to get our movement. But by the time everyone starts to head out, a lot of traders start to head out right now, because we're going to start to head out, right? And so who knows? Maybe we see some actual trend happen in the afternoon. Right now, we haven't seen anything, essentially. It's gone pretty much sideways on the day. And so we'll see what happens with that. Like always, guys, you guys can tune in a little bit later in the market. I will definitely try to do a little bit of a recap today towards the close. It's been some choppy action. We'll see what Powell says, right? Can he change things up? We'll talk all about that later today on Start Swing Trade, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss that. And head to that Christmas tree shopping. Get it while you can, guys. Add the lights. Enjoy the time. And what's today? December, of course, the best month of the year.
Home Alone season, baby. Let's
Home Alone season, baby. That's what it's all about. There's a reason why I keep these assets. Let's enjoy it.